Hi, this is Kristen here. Welcome to the process video. And today I'm working on a layout using the Color Rush Studios November kit, which had a lot of Hard Candy Christmas in it. So that's by Simple Stories. I really like the swirl paper, so I decided to cut it out. I tried to kind of like center it as best I could without getting too technical with it. I feel like if I get really technical with things, I tend to just get myself more confused. So anyway, so I was going back in and kind of trying to correct the cut a little bit so that it wasn't, so the swirls kind of were all even and, you know, the center part looked like it was in the center. I do really like this paper kind of around it. I considered using it, but because I obviously didn't cut evenly, I ended up going away from it. But thankfully I had another piece of that paper that I decided I was going to use. So that's from the part that I cut out. And then I really kind of liked this look. So I kind of was seriously contemplating kind of offsetting this swirl just to kind of give it that optical illusion. But ultimately, I decided to just stick with this paper. So, but I think that would have been a really cool look. I don't know. I would have to go and probably buy a couple more sheets and maybe see if I would want to do that. But so included in the kit was this kind of swirl paper. I kind of thought it looked like a piece of candy, which I'm assuming that's what it's, kind of like a lollipop top. And it was kind of like on a thinner piece of paper, so maybe like kind of vellum, kind of something similar to that. So I decided to use that. You get 2 sheets in the kit, but I decided to use it just to kind of give some definition so that way the swirl was kind of looked like it was sticking up off the paper. And some of these pieces were actually pieces I had in my stash. I know you do get some of the kind of bits and pieces with the kit, but I had already bought Hard Candy Christmas, so I already had quite a few pieces already in my stash. So these are the page pieces, so the big tree and that's so festive, that's going to be my title. And this Santa was part of the, believe it was the big bits. I could have gutted that paper, the pink paper, but I decided not to because it was kind of thinner paper, so it would have been kind of difficult to gut anyways. And then, try to cut like a perfect circle out of it. I kind of felt like it wasn't going to be worth the hassle, I guess. And so I really like the present there to kind of like layer up behind the Santa, kind of make him look like he's more in the foreground. And then in my stash, there were a bunch of ornaments. I don't know if that came in the Color Rush. I don't remember what bits and pieces you got in the kit. So I was trying to kind of make the ornaments look like they were kind of hanging off the top there. I have to say, really, this layout came together quite quickly for me. Normally, I take a lot longer, but this one probably only took me, I don't know, with me fussing around a little bit, because I can be a little bit particular, but probably maybe 30 minutes at the most. I decided to layer up another present here. So anyways, the Hard Candy Christmas, I was really happy that Color Rush included. It came with like some Vicki Boutin paper, and I know like a Paige Taylor Evans couple of papers from one of her Christmas collections. But anyways, it all worked really well together. But I was really happy to get some more Hard Candy Christmas because I think it's such a cute collection. The colors are so bright and vibrant on it. So I had actually considered going and buying myself more paper from the collection. So anyways, I didn't end up showing me gluing everything down, and the picture I documented was of my daughter holding up an ornament. This was just here within the past week. I've been getting all my Christmas stuff up. So here are a couple close-ups, and I really appreciate you for coming by to watch another process video.